Hey everyone, it's FB here with a cast of the ESL Competition Premiership 16 Grand Final between Easykiller and Against All Authority. The final is going to start in just a few moments, so in the meantime let's have a look at the results from last week's semifinals. And we start with Easykiller versus M&M Gaming, which began with a very close 1v1 between Banane and Kappa, with Banane securing the win with a 9-7 score. Easykiller also won the 2v2, with M&M Gaming able to force a 5v5 after winning the 3v3. But in the 5v5, M&M Gaming, who reached the grand final of the last CPS season and who went undefeated in the group stage, would end up losing against Easykiller, who with that qualified to the grand final. And then in the other semifinal between Against All Authority and Planety Dynamics, both teams began by winning one sub-match each with 7-0 and 0-5 scores. Then what followed next was an unreal 3v3 that never seemed to have an end to it. It went to tennis mode, with Planety Dynamics initially having all the map point attempts and with Against All Authority managing to survive every single time and prolonging the match. Then at some point the tides turned and it was instead Against All Authority who got several map point attempts in a row, and finally with an unbelievable score of 13-11 were able to take the win. And with that, whoever won the 5v5 would be the winners. This sub-match was also very close, but thanks to especially Kronos, who made a huge difference by collecting a remarkable 111 out of 120 possible points, Against All Authority was able to win it with a 7-5 score to also advance to the grand final. Taking a look at the play of 3, this is the first time these two teams have ever reached a grand final of a major tech team tournament, and so whoever wins this grand final tonight will make Trackmania history. And then finally, before we go live, here's the format for tonight's final. 4 sub-matches are as usual played: a 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 and a 5v5. The first 2 are worth 1 point each, while the other 2 are worth 2 points each. Every sub-match is played to 7 except the 2v2, which is played to 5. And new for the playoff is that tennis mode is in effect for all the sub-matches. That means that if the score is 6-6 or 4-4 in the 2v2, you have to win with 2 points. And another new addition in the playoff is that if there's a tie at the end of this grand final, a decider 5v5 will be played to determine the winner. Alright, so that's my introduction for this grand final. We see the teams still warming up. I think it will not start anytime soon by the looks of it, so we may have still some time here before the first sub-match will begin, which I assume is the 1v1. Of course, the grand final was scheduled to start at 8, so it seems to be a bit delayed. But in the meantime, I guess I need to look up the players' names here, since Against All Authority, very conveniently for a caster, have changed their names. So I'm gonna do that real quick. This person is Kronos. This is, not sure who this is actually. Flosh, okay, no idea. Because sometimes the login is not the player. But I guess I got the 2 most important ones, so this is Massa. And Galek is, I guess, Galek, yeah. Cappuccino, I think. And that should be Corey. So, yeah, that's... I guess that's how they roll, but Easykiller though will have their usual names. We see Speedy, John, Pussy, Triple X and Onyo right now on the server. I assume all of them will be driving. Alright, let's see here if we have a time for when we will be starting. I think they are still maybe working out some details. Or perhaps the time was moved without that being known. That could also be the case. I think, yeah, okay, so it looks like we have a couple of people on the server that maybe shouldn't be on the server, if I read this correctly, so that might be why we still haven't started. but I'm not sure. So in the meantime, we'll still have some warm-up rounds. The first map will be Shiva, which is the only map in this map pack that still haven't been played in the 1v1, 2v2 matchups. Guess we can take a look at it already now. So the authors are Surd and Loco Buddha, and the world record is by Massa, 57.741. And we can also take a look at the Dedi to see who the players are here. We see that Massa is at first, of course, and Kronos is at top 2, Speedunid top 8, John top 11. I don't quite remember who that was, but an Against All Authority player at top 20. Pack is at top 27, who is of course a guest player for Easykiller. Normally plays for Team Dignitas. And then Triple X also in the Dedi here, top 29, with a time under 58 seconds. Alright, now we get the 2 warm-ups and go from Paxmauer, so we'll be starting in 2 minutes or so. And I assume we will start with the 1v1. I did read in the match comments that the 5v5 might be played before the 3v3. We'll see if that's gonna happen. But that shouldn't really be playing much of a difference. And I think most people didn't really expect these 2 teams to be in the grand final. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's the first time that both these 2 teams are in a grand final. Against All Authority, usually not qualifying to the playoff, if I'm honest. But I think thanks to Massa, who joined them for this season, they really leveled up. And of course, Kronos also being a very important player for them. Easykiller was in the playoff last season and lost in the quarterfinals. I believe it was against M&M Gaming, if I'm not mistaken. But they got their revenge this season and defeated them in the semifinal. Alright, so this is the last warm-up. I guess most of us will think that Kronos will be playing the 1v1. I would be surprised if he wasn't, but I think having Massa play the 1v1 could also be an option for Against All Authority, but the safe bet would probably be that Massa will be playing. And then for Easykiller, I'm not actually sure. They have a lot of players that could be driving this 1v1. Onyo is one, Pasi another, who actually defeated Massa in a 1v1 in last season. Made a huge comeback after being behind with 2-6, I believe. We'll see if that's gonna be happening again, a rematch in that case. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of the warm-up, so we are finally starting this grand final of ESL CPS 16 between Easykiller and Against All Authority. We'll start with the 1v1, and then the 2v2 will be played next. 3v3 is played usually after that, and then lastly we have the 5v5. And if it's a tie after all those 4 sub-matches, we'll see another 5v5 played on this map, ESL Shiva. Alright, so let's see who's gonna be driving. It looks like we will have Kronos. I think that was him. Yes, it is. So Kronos will be playing for Against All Authority, and John will be driving for Easykiller. Not really the name I expected to see, to be honest. He usually plays a 2v2 for Easykiller, but here we'll see him in the 1v1, and we are live into the first round. Kronos versus John, as John goes too wide and clips the wall. Kronos gets the best start. And we saw last week Saffron from Planet Key Dynamics trying to go up against Kronos. Did not go so well. He didn't win a single round against Kronos, who did actually make a couple of mistakes, but still were able to win every single round. And Kronos, of course, known as a very, very consistent player, so if John wants to give Kronos a fight, then he will have to drive pretty consistently throughout this sub-match. Through the last corner, Kronos jumps into the finish, 58.39. a modest time. We saw last week in the semifinals Kronos, as I mentioned in the start, collecting 111 out of 120 points on this map. Which means that he basically was always first or second in every single round. And always setting low 58-second times. So that's the first round, not very exciting. John with an early mistake. Let's see if he can do better in this second round. He seems to be getting good starts. He was in the lead in the first one as well, and now he avoids crashing into the wall, so he will keep his first place. But as you can see, Kronos is not far behind, and now he's also in front. Great turn there from Kronos. Let's go to John, who's now behind with a couple of hundreds. Halfway through the second round. John with a slowdown was not in the right gear when he took that turn, and that's gonna put Kronos even further ahead. 4900s as Kronos is on his way to win the second round as well. 40 hundreds behind the world record, so this will maybe be a slightly better time. Once again through the last corner, and this time 58.23 by Kronos. Nothing out of the ordinary, I would say, but enough to defeat John, who had a good first half, but then in the second half did fall behind quite significantly. So Kronos has not lost a single round since, well, I can't even tell the last time he lost a round in the 1v1. I guess maybe he did so in the group stage. But last week in the semifinals, he didn't lose a single round, and so far that's been the case here as well, as John once again goes too wide in the same corner. Cannot afford that, and Kronos will once again get a very, well, I wouldn't say very easy round to win, but still he can play under assault here, knowing that he is in the lead with 1 second. Doesn't have to take that big of a risk through the turns. See the borders that are always by the side of the walls. You can avoid those to drive a bit safer. Kronos not really driving that safer though. He's only 20 hundredths behind the world record. Will we see a time under 58 seconds from Kronos? Oh, we will actually. 57.99 by Kronos. And in the lead now with 3 points. See here in the Deddy what John's best time was, 0.86, so he is prepared on this map, top 11 with that. Then we have also Triple X and Pack in the Deddy here for Easykiller. Maybe those two are going to drive in the 2v2. Would not be surprised. Pack been playing a lot of 2v2s for Easykiller. Alright, live into the 4th round, and this might be another blowout win for Kronos. John still keeping up, but goes a bit too wide through that turn, gets a small bump from the border as well, which won't help him. He's 20 hundredths behind Kronos, who's keeping a faster pace. Good attempt from John, but did not pay off. Hits the wall, and Kronos looks to be taking this round as well. This time 58.03. He makes it look very, very easy, but these times are not easy to set consistently. I can tell you that. I did also practice these maps myself for the quarterfinals, trying to train my team. So I do know this is a showcase of a lot of skills coming from Kronos, who now is only 3 points away from winning this 1v1. John basically needs to set a time close to 58 seconds if he wants to give Kronos a fight for 1 round. Oh, but Kronos with perhaps a no drift. He may have pressed the brake too early or something. I don't know what happened there actually. Kind of an odd crash coming out of Kronos. Let's see if John can now keep his lead. Kronos, of course, not the easiest player to defend your lead against. will take some big risks here in the end, but as long as John can do it somewhat well, he should be able to take this round. Not the best entry from John, and Kronos comes back in the last turn. Kronos will overtake John, but John will have a better exit in the very last corner and will take the round 600s in front of Kronos. Not very good times, 0.73 from John and 0.79 from Kronos, who did crash. But John at least getting on the scoreboard 1-4. And it's still looking pretty grim from John. For John, his best time was actually that time, 58.73. Kronos, of course, having set multiple times close to 58 seconds already, and even a time under 58 seconds with 57.99, but it could be a better time in this round though. 800s behind Masa's Deadymania record. Kronos wants more, and John simply not able to keep up. Oh, that's an unfortunate bump coming from Kronos, and will allow John to catch up. Neck and neck now. If John gets a good ending, he could still win this round, but then once again will have a bad entry in that transition turn up to the road, and Kronos will stay in the lead. John comes back though, but not enough to catch up. Kronos will take it. 58.51 by Kronos, 500s in front of John. Yeah, John loses his grip in that small downhill in the turn before the transition turn, and that does lose him quite a lot of time. 2 rounds in a row now. See if you can do it better in this next one. 1-5 is the score. Kronos 1 point away here from reaching map point. And this time not that good of a start from John. Not able to keep a good trajectory through that next turn either. Kronos already in the lead with 2700s. John actually catching up in that checkpoint, but then loses quite a lot for the next one. 4000s behind now. Ooh, that was a really close turn from Kronos. Once again is looking to set a time close to 58 seconds, but then actually goes down in speed here, hitting the wall. Unfortunately though, John cannot capitalize, who hits his a wall of his own, and Kronos will still take this round. 58.83. So yeah, John did have the chance there to maybe take the round, but perhaps he crashed before that turn too. Maybe that was the case. So with that, Kronos now up to map point at 1-6. And John will have a slow turn, which will allow Kronos to build up a lead once again in the start. 1400s ahead. This looks to be it for Against All Authorities Kronos, who is looking to give his team a 1 point lead. Oh, as he gets that no drift again. And this time I'm not so sure he can catch up to John, unless John majorly screws up here in the second half of the map. 1.5 seconds in front of Kronos, who I'm sure isn't feeling too threatened by crashing here. John still very far behind despite winning this round, 58.93. That's gonna put the score at 2-6. See if Kronos can avoid getting that no drift. It's not really that difficult of a turn, I would say. So actually the first time I've ever seen a person getting a no drift twice even in that turn. So, but yeah, anyways, Kronos again I'm sure isn't too worried, as he will now have his second map point attempt. Here we go, same turn, and this time he will get the drift. John still keeping up pretty well, but then gets a bit of a bump there. Will put him 2800s behind. Kronos halfway through this round, which is looking to be the last one of the 1v1. And we are about to move over to the 2v2. Once again, John with a bad downhill. He needs to keep his grip there. It's very, very essential. And here comes Kronos through the last corner. 58.07, back to setting a time close to 58 seconds, and that's gonna be it. Kronos wins the 1v1 with a score of 2-7 over John. Let me add the scores. There we go. So as mentioned, we'll now have the 2v2 played on the same map. And I am more than confident that we'll see Masab playing for Against All Authority, but I'm more curious though who his teammate will be. It's this player, which I'm actually not sure who it is, since they are using different names for this grand final. Kinda think there should be a rule that you need to use your actual nickname, but maybe that's just me. Alright, so this is Flosh17. If someone knows who this player is, please let me know, because I actually have no idea who it is. Okay, I get in the chat here, it's Asper, or maybe not. Actually, don't want to trust that too much, because it could be another player as well. So yeah, if someone in the chat perhaps knows who that player is, Flosh17 is the login. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so you guys also think it's Asper. Okay, so we'll say it's Asper then, together with Massa playing for Against All Authority. And then for Easykiller, we have 3 players, Triple X, Speedy Need, and Pack warming up. One of them is not driving. So it was Speedy Need in the... Yes, it was actually top 8 by Speedy Need, 57.85. So okay, I'm gonna say that he will be playing then. And then it's either Pack or Triple X that will be playing together with him. 2 warm-ups and go, says Paxmauer. So we'll have 2 minutes and then we'll continue this grand final of CPS 16 between Easykiller and Against All Authority. And of course, this sub-match also worth 1 point, just like the 1v1. And if Easykiller wins this one, then we do have the possibility of a draw at the end of the match, which would see a decider 5v5, which we actually haven't seen yet in this tournament, so it would be kind of cool. I, of course, remember a CPS Grand Final between Team Dignitas and Team Acer that went to a decider 5v5, a match that took over 2 hours, I believe, to complete. We'll see if that's gonna happen again in this Grand Final. Alright, so we'll have 1 more warm-up as we see a very good time from Kronos, actually, in the warm-up, even though he already played. Alright, so 1 more here and then we'll be starting. We still have 3 Easykiller players warming up. Triple X, Speedy Need, and Pack. I'm fairly certain that Speedy Need will be playing, but I'm only basing that on the Daddy Mania time though. It's possible that they had a qualification. Some teams do that. Some teams prefer to just pick the lineups without having a qualification. So we'll see what it will be. Speedy Need, though, known as a very good all-round player. I would say one of the best, if not the best, dirt player. Very, very good at dirt as well as tech. And then Pack started as a Canyon player, actually. I think he still maybe plays it. And then moved over to Stadium pretty recently. I want to say maybe 2 years ago or something like that. And of course, Pack reached the grand final of ESWC last year and took 2nd place in his first ever offline event. And then Triple X, also a very good player, but mainly been playing online, and I think he only maybe focuses on tech, although I'm not completely sure about that. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of the warm-up, and we are continuing this ESL CPS 16 Grand Final between Easykiller and Against All Authority. who are in the lead after Kronos won the 1v1 against John with a 2-7 score. We are once again playing on ESL Shiva, made by Zerd and Loco Buddha. Alright, here we go. So it's gonna be Speed Need and Triple X for Easykiller and not Pack, as we see a early crash from Aswer. That's gonna be very costly, so now it's up to Massa to take this round and get the draw. Again, the reason why the 2v2 is played to 5 is because of the draws, which can prolong a 2v2 quite a lot. The record is a 12-14 score, I believe, in also a CPS match. Massa though doing well here. He's in front of Speed Need and Triple X. He did have some trouble with the end of this map last week in the semifinal. He did make a couple of late mistakes, so let's see if that's gonna happen here. Goes really close to that wall. Stays in front still. Here's Speed Need, who is the closest. But Massa will stay in front, 58.20. Defeats both Triple X and Speed Need and will get the draw. So that of course means the score will stay at 0-0 as we start the second round. And now Aswer will get a good start, avoids crashing. And oh wow, very wide line here from Aswer. Puts him at 4th place, Masado in the lead. And Aswer building up some good speed over that stretch, able to catch up and pass Triple X, who falls behind. Losing a bit of speed in that small downhill. Speed Need at 2nd, but needs to go up to 1st place to get the draw. Can he do it? 700s behind Massa, needs to have a strong finish. Or Massa would have to make a blunder. This turn is quite important. We see Speed Need building up quite a lot of speed, catching up maybe slightly here to Massa. But doesn't look like he will be able to catch up. Instead, Aswer may actually pass Speed Need. No, he won't. But another... Or no, actually, this is the first round going to Against All Authority, who takes the lead with 0-1. And a good time from Massa, 58 seconds and 5 thousandths. So Against All Authority in the lead here. 4 points away from winning the 2v2. Aswer played this map as well last week against Planet Key Dynamics. Can't actually remember how well he did. I think he may have been the 3rd best player behind Kronos and Massa, so that way it does make sense that he would be playing, as we see Speed Need falling behind. Otherwise a good option would have been Yo-Yo, who is of course also driving for Against All Authority, but he may have only focused on one map, the one he played last week. Alright, so now it's Triple X turn to try and defeat Massa. Can he do it? 900s behind. Needs to get a really good ending, and Massa will have to have a bad ending for it to happen. Ooh, very close for Triple X to hit the wall. Will stay, and oh, might catch up, and he will! What was that? What was that from Massa? Completely mistimed the last turn. Did not have enough leeway to get to cross the finish line, and missed it completely and fell out of the track. So instead, Easykiller will take the round and will put it at 1-1. Oh, as Massa then follows that with a no drift, a massive no drift in the start of the 4th round. Not really driving that well all of a sudden. Speed Need will take lead. Triple X has fallen behind. So it's Speed Need versus Aswer now. So if Speed Need wins it, then Easykiller will go up to 2-1. But if Aswer will pass here and take first, we'll see a draw, since Massa is 15 seconds behind. Wow, did he make another crash perhaps? He may have actually done that, so I don't know if there's time enough for Massa to finish this round. That could be the case, but let's focus on the top now. Asper versus Speed You Need. Still anyone's round to win. Asper with a good turn. Keeping his lead right now. 300s in front of Speed You Need as we come up to the last turn. Asper hits the wall. And Speed You Need will take first. Triple X also passing and will take second. Speed You Need able to put on a lot of pressure on Asper, who were not able to control his nerves in that last turn. Simply turned a bit too early, which is why he hit the wall. I think Speed You Need may have had more speed though, exiting that turn, so he may have passed him anyway, but either way, the score is now 2-1 for Easykiller. Two not so good rounds in a row for Against All Authority. Let's see if they can pick up the pieces and do better in this next round. Oh, huge crash from Massa. Once again here, a bad start and putting on a lot of responsibility on Asper, which is not really what you expected to be the case, but so far looking good for Asper as he is in the lead. 500s in front of Triple X, 2000s in front of Speed You Need. Can he stay in front this time? That's a good turn. Triple X will not be able to catch up. Instead, Speed You Need will actually catch up to Triple X. Coming up to the last couple of turns. Let's see if Asper can do it better now. This time will not crash, and Asper will take the round. 58.26 in front of Speed You Need with 1300s and 1400s in front of Triple X. And Massa retires! What? What? I have no idea why he retired that round. He must have crashed in again, maybe in the end. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. I'm not sure what happened there to Massa, but well, Easykiller now in the lead with 3-1, 2 points away from winning this 2v2. And yeah, I mean, Massa started off well. I mean, he won the first 2 rounds, I believe, but then not really coming up to his normal standard. Looking good though in this next round, so he's trying to make up for his bad round so far. Triple X going a bit too wide. Comes back though here, will pass Asper, but still behind Massa, who is back to keeping first place. Not that much speed though. Triple X in close pursuit now of Massa. Can he pass him here in the end? See who's gonna get the most amount of speed. Triple X may actually catch up. Actually not. Massa will take it. Had a good inside line and was able to get more speed as he drove over the transition. Actually, it's kind of an important detail about that turn, that you don't want to drive over it in a certain angle so that you get a small drift that will lose you a slight amount of speed, which I think is what happened to Triple X. But anyways, it's gonna be a draw though, so still good for Easykiller. Now are still in lead with 3-1, 2 points away here from winning the 2v2. But yeah, Massa, if he drives well, then he's Against All Authority, I think, will have a chance to win this. But as we're with a no drift, and then before that, Massa had a bad downhill. So this could be another round for Easykiller, who with that could go up to map point. Bad turn though from Triple X, and Massa coming back here. So that's gonna put him just behind Speed You Need, who's still in front though. Speed You Need now actually in front with 1500s, so unless he messes up the ending, he should be able to win this round. Massa will try to catch up to him, but it doesn't look like he will be able to do so. Speed You Need securing first place for Easykiller, and at the same time securing a point going their way. So they are now up to map point 4-1. And Against All Authority, not really really playing that well, to be honest. Couple of bad rounds, which they cannot afford. Speed You Need and Triple X driving more consistently. Maybe not that fast times, especially not compared to Massa, but sometimes that's not really what matters the most. As we see Triple X slightly behind in the start. Speed You Need also losing some ground, but then all of a sudden both will catch up to Massa and Asper. So this is still potential win for Easykiller. Right now, Aswer and Massa will prolong this 2v2. Triple X 3700 is behind! As Massa then suddenly drops out of this race. Aswer keeping first, and where is Massa now? He is at 4th place. This could be a draw. Where's Speedy Need? Can he catch up to Aswer? Doesn't look like it. Aswer will get the draw here for Against All Authority, although he almost missed the finish actually. But will be able to stay within the finish frame, and that's gonna keep the score at 4-1, but it doesn't really seem to be going Against All Authority's way. They've been losing a lot of rounds where they've been in the lead, to be honest. Yeah, at the same time, Easykiller, Speedy Need and Triple X, while they do have some bad rounds, it's not really in comparison to the kind of bad rounds Against All Authority have had so far. As you see, a very close start to this round. All 4 players close to each other, 500s between them all. Triple X right now up in the front. Speedy Need will pass Aswer. No, Massa actually, who goes down to 4th place. Aswer now in the lead, passing Triple X. Wow, this is so back and forth. Who's gonna win this one? Speedy Need and Triple X with a much better turn. Puts them at 1st and 2nd, still in the lead, but what a turn from Massa! All of a sudden will pass Triple X, who goes down to 4th place, and also catching up to Speedy Need. Will be able to take 1st place here in the round. No, Speedy Need with a better exit, and he will take 1st, and Triple X will take 3rd, and that's gonna be it. Easykiller ties up the score by winning the 2v2 with a score of 5-1. And we are moving on to the next sub-match. We'll see if it will be the 3v3 or the 5v5. Actually not sure, since Against All Authority did ask for the 3v3 to be played before the 5v5. Yeah, we see them writing that in the chat, so it looks like we may actually have the 5v5 played first. There's no rule that you need to play the sub-matches in any specific order, so yeah, looks like we will actually have the 5v5 next. Paxmauer will confirm it. So that means we are not playing Working on It yet. Instead, we are moving over to Lassitude. The author is Pain, and the world record once again by Massa, 57.924, the only player under 58 seconds. So a safe bet that Massa will be playing here. Also a safe bet that Kronos will be playing. Here he is. Actually retired around, so he's not driving right now. We have 6 players from Against All Authority on the server and 5 from Easykiller, so the lineup for Easykiller seems to be set in stone. It's gonna be Banane, Robin, Onyo, Passy and Dan. So 5 completely new players. All of them really good, and Dan actually is an interesting player to me because he's more of a full speed player. That's what he usually plays, but he's actually been taking some pretty big steps in tech as well. I was looking at the results from the semifinals last week, and he was actually doing pretty well against M&M Gaming, so Dan, a interesting player to follow. We'll see how he will do here in this 5v5. This sub-match worth 2 points instead. And whoever wins this one will of course be in the lead with 3-1 in that case. And then we could see a decider 5v5 if the other team wins the 3v3 that's coming up. See if that will happen or not. Kinda would want it to happen, to be honest. But we'll see. Paxmauer says 2 warm-ups and go, so I think that includes this one as well. In the meantime though, let's take a look at the Dedimania top 30 times set online. As mentioned, Massa with the fastest time and the only time under 58 seconds with 0.92. Kronos also with a really strong time at top 3, 0.06. And then we have Passy, the fastest player for Easykiller with 0.07. And then Corey for Against All Authority with 0.08 at top 6. Banane, top 7, 58.10. Galek top 15.17, Onyo top 16.18, Dan top 17.18 as well. And we have Robin at top 19.19. And see who this player is. Actually don't know who that is, so if anyone wants to inform me, that would be appreciated. I think it might be Zoom though. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the player. And then we also have... Okay, no, never mind, that's not Zoom. This is Zoom, who is at top 27 for Against All Authority. So yeah, really not sure who this player is. The name, the login doesn't really give me any clues, so if anyone knows, let me know in the chat. And I believe this should be the last warm-up. Still got 6 players for Against All Authority. One of them not driving. Oh, so it's Coco. Okay, so the login actually did give me a clue. Coco, who also started as a Canyon player, just like Pack. I do believe he may have played other environments, but that's the one that I mainly know him from. But also really good in tech, of course. We'll see how he will do as we have the end of the warm-ups, I believe. Very good time from Galek in that round, 0.14. Also, kind of a interesting new name in the tech scene, especially. Pretty young player, up and coming. We'll see how he will do too in this 5v5. Alright, so it looks like we actually have one more warm-up before starting. Here's Onyo, who is a very old school player. He's been a part of the Trackmania community basically ever since Stadium was released, I think. Very, very accomplished player, especially in the German scene. He's won a couple of ESL Pro Series tournaments. And also a very successful player in Canyon when that was at its peak. But mainly known as a tech player. And a very good one at that. Banane, also a good player for Easykiller. Maybe a bit underrated, to be honest. You never really hear too many people talk about Banane, but I think he very often performs very consistently in team matches, especially. And then we also got Robin and Passy playing for Easykiller. That's gonna be the end of the warm-ups. Let's see who will not be playing for Against All Authority. Fairly certain that Massa and Kronos will be playing. And actually, Yo-Yo played this match, or this map, last week against Planet Key Dynamics, but he is not driving here for Against All Authority. That is actually quite a surprise to me, because he did really good in that semi-final for Against All Authority. So Yo-Yo not driving, instead it's gonna be Corey, Zoom, Coco, and of course Massa and Kronos versus Banane, Onyo, Robin, Dan, and Passy for Easykiller. Here we go! First round of the 5v5. The map being ESL Lassitude. Forgot to write up those names, so I may have some struggle remembering who is who, but I'll give it my best shot. We'll see Kronos and Massa though, first and second for Against All Authority, looking like the semi-final last week. We do have a crash as well from Corey, who is on his back! How the hell did that happen? Corey on his back, and you cannot respawn in this tournament, so that means that he is forced to retire. And here is Massa in the lead, Kronos at second. Lots of Easykiller players to follow. Also Coco doing well for Against All Authority. Oh, as Massa then goes down in the last turn! And that will definitely make it a blue round if it wasn't already. Easykiller wins the first round. 29-25, I don't know, maybe that was very decisive. Massa could have secured that round, perhaps, since he was at first place. So very, very late crash from Massa, which, to be honest, is kind of predicting, because you often kind of see that from Massa. He's starting off really well, sets some really fast times, but then also often crashes when he is in a good position. So that's not good, but he is doing well though in this next round, at third place behind Kronos and Dan for Easykiller. Ooh, but Coco is now the one that's being far behind. Although we also see Onyo and Pasi for Easykiller having dropped down, but so has Corey. Pasi and Onyo will gain a position with that. Over the drop, we see Zoom also losing a bit of speed. Onyo and Pasi might pass him as well as Banana drops down. Let's go to the top. Here is Masa and Corey, first and second, but Dan is also up there, and so is Robin. Good turn though here in the end from Masa and Kronos, and they will be able to stay just in front of Dan, but it won't be enough. Easykiller will take it. Corey, Coco, and Zoom finishing at 7th, 8th, and 10th place. And Easykiller will take it. 28-27 in the round score, the smallest difference. But it is enough to take a 2-point lead. Easykiller right now in the lead in this grand final. Will they take the title as well? I think most people going into this grand final would have Against All Authority as the favorites, especially considering that they won against Planet Key Dynamics. But I think since Yo-Yo is not driving, that kind of changes perhaps the opinion of many people. At least it does kind of change it for me, because Onyo, I mean Yo-Yo is a very, very strong player. So I'm actually very surprised he's not playing. Maybe he's playing the 3v3 though, it is a possibility. Alright, so Onyo has fallen behind, so has Robin and Pasi, so this perhaps will be a round going Against All Authority's way. Banana also at 7th place. Oh, and Dan goes down to 6th. Could actually be an ace round for Against All Authority. Yep, that is actually going to be the case. Masa first, Kronos at 2nd, Corey at 3rd, Coco at 4th, and Zoom at 5th place. Setting times ranging from 0.27 to 0.54, 2600s between all 5 players. Very impressive performance there from Against All Authority. And if they keep playing like that, then they could definitely take this sub-match. But right now, Easykiller though in the lead with 2-1. As we start the 4th round, taking a look at the team scores. We see, without much surprise, Masa and Kronos at 1st and 2nd. Kronos with 28, Masa with 22. Onyo with 18, Coco with 16, Banana with 15, Zoom with 15 as well, Robin with 14, Dan with 13, Pasi with 12, and Corey with 11, having retired a round. Okay, messing up the graphics there. Robin losing a lot of ground over the drop once again. And this is looking favorable for Against All Authority. Masa, Kronos, and Corey, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And here's Coco and Zoom as well. And that's gonna be another really good win for Against All Authority. 0.40, 0.44, 0.46, 0.51, and 0.53. 1300s this time between all 5 players. Only Pasi able to sneak in there, taking 4th place. The other Easykiller players having times under 59 seconds, except one of them. I actually didn't see who it was. I think it may have been Robin. But not fast enough times, and Against All Authority with that wins 2 rounds in a row, and it's all tied up. Oh! Big crash from Pasi in the start. That will put him miles behind the others. As we once again see Kronos and Masa keeping 1st and 2nd. Onyo, the one that's in the closest pursuit, at 3rd place. Robin also doing better now, see if he can keep his speed over the drop. See Onyo going for that border hit, that is the best strat. Kronos took it a bit safer, but comes back with better speed though, and in the meantime Masa has extended his lead. He's on a good pace here, only 1400s behind his own world record, as he then suddenly clips the wall. Once again Masa losing his lead in the end, and Easykiller will take advantage of it. And it looks like they may win this round, although Pasi and Banana will finish at 9th and 10th. But it looks like, thanks to Onyo, Robin, and Dan, who takes 1st, 2nd, and 4th, Easykiller will win another close round, 29-26. And once again, winning it because Masa was not able to keep his 1st place. I think maybe it's because he's driving a bit too fast, so he maybe feels the pressure a bit more because of it. So may want to maybe drive a bit slower. Perhaps that would work better for Masa. So with that, Easykiller back in the lead, 3-2. So we are live into the next round. Here is Massa, not with as good of a start this time. He's far behind in the field, as Corey also has a bad turn. Robin gets the no drift. It's quite common to have it there in that turn. Dan right now with the lead. Kronos just behind him, or actually side by side over the drop. Then we have Coco and Zoom also doing well, and Massa is actually doing a good job coming back. Looks like he's at 4th now, maybe even 3rd. No, he goes up to 2nd. Wow, what a finish here from Massa. Joins up with Kronos at the top, and they will once again secure 1st and 2nd. But will it be enough though? No! Oh no, actually it will. I thought it wouldn't, with Dan, Onyo, Banana and Pussy taking the next positions, but somehow Against All Authority still able to win that round, winning with a 27-28 round of their own. This is actually very, very close. Close rounds and close score at 3-3. It's pretty close in the team scores as well. 55 points for Kronos now. Robin at last place with 25. Yeah, Kronos once again dominates the 5v5. Again, took 111 out of 120 points in the 5v5 last week. As you see, Onyo having a slow start, and also Robin and also Banana together with Corey. Mainly red players circulating at the top, so looks like we'll have Against All Authority now taking the lead. Zoom is actually the one at 1st place. Only 700s behind the world record as well. Wow, Zoom doing great in this round. Dan doing the best for Easykiller, but won't be enough here with Massa and Kronos doing well. Really wide line though from Massa. Will lose a couple of positions, but won't matter though. Against All Authority with another solid performance, and what a time from Zoom, 0.20 to take 1st place. So with that, Against All Authority now gaining the lead at 3-4. And once again we see this duo of Massa and Kronos making a huge difference from Against All Authority, but we also see that they have other good players. Zoom, Coco, and Corey also doing pretty well here in this sub-match. As we see them also being at the top. Very soon. Yeah, here he is. He's also doing well. Once again, a great start from Against All Authority. Now only Onyo is able to challenge them, but he gets a bad wall hit there. Oh, and hits the border as well. Or the pole, rather, before the downhill. So he is out of the picture, and Against All Authority looking to win here and take a 2-point lead. Several Easykiller players crashing in this round. And it's a very, very convincing point going to Against All Authority. Massa and Kronos finishing 1st and 3rd with Coco in the middle. And with that, Against All Authority now 2 points away from winning this sub-match. And with that, putting a lot of pressure on Easykiller to win the last one, where, of course, Against All Authority will have Massa and Kronos play together with one more player, and that is not easy to win against. So this is kind of an important sub-match. I think Easykiller wants to win this one. See Dan up in the lead. As I mentioned, he's an interesting player and he's been doing pretty well here for Easykiller. He is actually not doing so well at the team scores, though it is very close. But right now in this round though, he is doing pretty well. Onyo also up in the top, but Massa and Kronos looking to take those top positions as usual. Corey and Robin 9th and 10th. Pussy and Banana has also lost a bit of time as we come up to the ending. Dan goes too wide and will allow 2 Against All Authority players to pass him. And with that, Against All Authority up to map point at 3-6. 58.17 by Massa, 0.23 by Kronos. Securing 1st and 2nd place. Onyo with a good time, 0.25. But only taking 3rd with that. It was looking close, but then 3 quick rounds going Against All Authority's way. And here is their first map point attempt. I wouldn't say it's completely out of the picture that Easykiller can make a comeback, especially with Kronos crashing in the start. Wow, I think that's his first crash actually. 83 points so far in the team scores for Kronos, but he won't get many points in this round though. So others will catch up to him a bit. So can Easykiller capitalize now on this mistake from Kronos? It doesn't really look like it. Oh, but then Zoom hits the wall to the right and will go down to 9th place. And then Coco is not doing so well either. And that's gonna help Easykiller, of course. Only Coco and Massa remaining. Actually, it was Corey who crashed there against Authority. I'm confusing the names, it's very hard. Massa and Coco, I believe, will take first and second, but it's not gonna be enough this time. Easykiller will take it. All 5 players setting pretty decent times. 0.39, 0.44, 0.47, 0.63 and 0.64. If they can keep that up, then there is still a chance that we could see tennis mode, but they need to win 2 more rounds though. Map point attempt number 2 now for Against All Authority. And this time Kronos is back to where he belongs. Up to first place. Of course, eager to take revenge from that previous round, and he knows as well that he is very important for his team. Oh, as he gets the no drift! Second mistake in a row here for Kronos. Also Corey and Massa have crashed. Against All Authority kind of crumbling a bit, and that will allow Easykiller to now be potentially only 1 round away from forcing tennis mode. Onyo leading the charge, up in the lead. Who else is there? Can't really see. Here's Onyo though. Looks like Zoom will go up to 2nd place. But we have Banana, Dan, Robin and Pussy taking the positions behind him. Once again, all 5 Easykiller players with times under 59 seconds. And now the score will be 5-6. In the team scores, Kronos with 2 bad rounds in a row at 86, Massa at 81, Onyo at 65, Zoom at 62, Coco at 60, Banana with 58, Dan with 54, Pussy with 48, Corey with 47 and Robin with 43. Alright, so will Easykiller get tennis mode or will Against All Authority win this sub-match? Oh, crash from Corey, and also... No wait, never mind, that was a lag in the checkpoint count, so Kronos is still doing well here, but not maybe that well as we would have expected, although he will go up to first place. At the same time though, Zoom will hit the wall. Can Massa and Kronos get this win here for Against All Authority? First and second right now. As we go over the drop, who is doing well for Easykiller? Here's Onyo. We also have Coco doing well for Against All Authority. Can he win against some of the Easykiller players? That could make a huge difference. Right now, I think Easykiller will get the tennis mode through the last corner. Massa and Kronos first and second, but Easykiller, 5 players, once again under 59 seconds, and we are going to tennis mode at 6-6. What a comeback from Easykiller. I said it was possible because they were setting good times, and here we are now at 6-6. Tennis mode, which of course means you have to win 2 points to secure the win. And this is anyone's sub-match to win. I do say though that those 2 crashes from Kronos was kind of making a big difference and maybe gave Easykiller a bit of confidence, as we see Pussy going down in the start. Dan also with a slow start. Lots of red players at the top. Kronos and Massa, 2 of them, also Corey and Coco and Zoom doing well. All 5 players here for Against All Authority up in the lead. We've seen this before, but can they stay with these positions though? And get another map point attempt. Zoom with a bad landing. Yes, he will go down in position. But at the same time, we have Massa and Kronos still at first and second, and Corey is doing well in this round. Coco also gaining some positions here. Corey then losing some positions. But it's still going to be a red round. Massa with, Kronos with 58.23 and Massa with 0.33. Securing first and second, as we've seen so many times before. And then Coco taking 4th place in front of Onyo and Dan. And then Zoom and Corey in front of Robin and Pussy. So Against All Authority back to map point now at 6-7. And in the team scores, both Massa and Kronos have now gone over 100 points. Which once again symbolizes how important they are for their team. Alright, so can Easykiller once again prolong this sub-match? Seems like they are getting a pretty good start here collectively. Massa has also gotten a bad start together with Coco. Also Dan is a bit slow off the start, but Pasi, Banane and Onyo first, second and third right now for Easykiller. Can they win this round? Robin will go down in the rankings. Joins up with Dan, 9th and 10th. That's not too good. And then, Onyo I think crashed. No, Pasi. Pasi has gone down to last place. That could be very, very costly for Easykiller as we are getting near to the end. Oh, but then a crash from Coco. And Banana and Onyo right now first and second. Can Easykiller still take this one? I'm not sure. No, they won't. We see the 5 against all authority players taking the positions behind them. Dan, Pasi and Robin with some bad times in that round. And against all authority, despite all, will take this 5v5 with a 6-8 score. Good effort though from Easykiller, coming back from a 3-6 deficit. Forcing tennis mode, but at the end of the day, against all authority, led by Kronos and Massa, we see them with their points there to the left, were able to secure the win and maybe also was the better team overall, I would say. So with that, we are moving on to the next map. Here's a closer look at it. It's called Working on It. The authors are Sparko and Shorts. And we see Massa with the world record here as well, 103.485, so you got the world record on all 3 maps. And definitely will be seeing him play here, although I would say though that he did really badly on this map last week in the semifinal against Planet Key Dynamics. Saw him getting a couple of landing bugs especially, and Planet Key Dynamics quite easily were able to win that 2v2 with a 5-0 win. We'll see if he can do better. We have Silver warming up now for Against All Authority, so maybe he will be the 3rd player together with Massa and Kronos for Against All Authority. And then for Easykiller we got Banane, Onyo and Speed You Need driving in this what could be the last sub-match of the ESL CPS 16. If Against All Authority wins this one, they will be the champions. But if Easykiller wins it though, we will have a decider 5v5 played on the first map, ESL Shiva. Alright, I believe we have a couple of more warm-ups. Here's a look at the Dedimania as usual. Dovi actually with the fastest time in the Dedi. He set this time in rounds mode, while Massa's time was in time attack. We also have Kronos at top 5, 0.63. Banane top 8, 0.66. Then a pretty big gap down to, or up to Speed You Need at top 22 with 0.81. Onyo 0.82. Silver 0.83 and Pasi 0.86. So based on the Dedi, I would say Silver is going to drive for Against All Authority together with Kronos and Massa. Yeah, so you get different amount of points for the sub-matches. The first 2, the 1v1 and the 2v2, they are worth 1 point each, while the 3v3 and the 5v5 are worth 2 points each. So it's a bit of a different scoring system for this. So if Easykiller wins this one, they would tie up the score at 3-3, and we would be forced to play another 5v5 to determine the winner. So that's how it works. And they did play the 5v5 first. I'm not sure exactly why, but I think it may have been because one of the Against All Authority players had to go or something. That's usually the reason. But there may also have not been a reason at all. That's definitely a possibility as well. Alright, so last warm-up, says Paxmauer. We are soon going to see if Easykiller can get that decider 5v5 or if Against All Authority will win ESL CPS 16. Whoever wins, of course, will win a team tournament for the first time. Both these teams have been around for a very long time. Against All Authority, previously known as 3D Max. Easykiller, I think, have always been Easykiller, at least for a very, very long time. It's one of the oldest Trackmania clans, I would say. And a very good one at that. Having reached the playoffs of CPS 2 years in a row, and of course now being in the grand final and giving Against All Authority a really good fight. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty good for Against All Authority to take this one, because Massa and Kronos will be playing. And Silver also looking pretty good in the Daddy. So it will definitely be a difficult task for Easykiller. Let's see though if they can pull it off, as we are ending the warm-ups and starting this 3v3 between Easykiller and Against All Authority of the ESL CPS 16 Grand Final. Against All Authority right now in the lead with 1-3. Will they win this sub-match? They will also take the title. And we do see Silver in the lineup for Against All Authority together with... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, is... who was this player again? I actually forgot. Aswer, I think. Aswer is playing together with Kronos and Silver. Wow, that is a huge surprise for me. Massa with the world record not playing this sub-match for Against All Authority. That is really, really surprising to me. But I think it's based off his performance in the semifinals last week. To be honest, he didn't really do that good. So yeah, that is actually kind of surprising to me. Against All Authority, we'll have to rely on Kronos now. We see good evidence of that already with Aswer and Silver down to 5th and 6th, and Kronos the only one able to keep up with the Easykiller players. And now I feel like Easykiller could definitely take this to a decider 5v5. Here's Kronos, he's not even at first place in this first round. Onyo, Speed Need and Banane first, second and third. As we go through this very long right-hander. Still keeping those positions. Great turn though from Kronos. Catching up, building up some good speed. Going on the attack here in the end. But will only pass one player. Onyo and Speed Need will stay in front. Setting really good times. Wow. What a start to this sub-match. 2900s between all 6 players. All with low 104 times. But Easykiller will take the first point. 1-0. No Massa in this sub-match. Very, very surprised by that, as we see Silver dropping down in the start. Oh, and also Aswer. Silver and Aswer continue to struggle a bit here. Didn't really play that badly in the first round, but now though they will be much further behind, as we see Speedy Need losing some ground over the stretch. Kronos now in the lead in front of Onyo and Banane, but this is still a blue round. Silver not too far behind Speedy Need and Banane, but we'll have to make something happen in the end for this to be a red round. Kronos extending his lead. 2700s in front of Onyo, 2600s behind first in the Daddy, so this is gonna be a good time from Kronos, but will it be enough though? Onyo, Speedy Need and Banane. No mistakes in the end, and will take the positions behind Kronos. A 2-0 lead here for Easykiller, and this is looking to be very, very possible for Easykiller to win this sub-match and force the decider 5v5. Aswer and Silver definitely need to step it up. First round was not too bad, but the second one was not what you want. Silver down to 6th place in the start. And there's the landing bug. The first one, I believe, Banane will get it. And that will give Against All Authority some... confidence I was gonna say, but then Aswer... I don't even know what he hit there, not sure, but he will go down and Banane will pass him. At the top is Kronos in front of Onyo with 700. Silver and Speedy Need then fighting for 3rd place. Better turn from Silver, but Speedy Need though with great speed. He's true to his name, Speedy Need, up to 3rd place. But who's gonna win this one though? I believe this is right now a round for Easykiller, if I'm not mistaken. Kronos taking 1st, but Silver kind of needs pass. Speedy Need, Onyo losing all his speed in the end! And Silver will go up to 3rd place as a result. Onyo with an unfortunate crash, and that will instead be a red point. I think he maybe was a bit too blinded by trying to catch up to Kronos and defeat him. Kronos with a really good time, by the way, 0.88. But he should have probably just played on the result there, since I believe it was a round for Easykiller. 11-10 had Onyo kept his 2nd place. We start the 4th round. Very good start from Aswer, as Onyo then has his wheels up on the quarter pipe, loses his grip, and with that also losing his position down to last place. Not very good. Not a very good phase for Onyo right now. Silver has also losing some positions, down to 5th place. At the top though, his teammates Kronos and Aswer. Right now securing this round, but Aswer with a small bump which will allow Speedy Need and Banana to pass him. They will go up to 2nd and 3rd, but it's still a red round though. But Banana with a really good turn, in a blink of an eye, will pass Kronos. Banana still haven't given up, trying to secure this win to Easykiller as we come up to the ending. Kronos trying to get as much speed as possible, which will catch up to Banana, but he won't be able to catch up in time. Banana with a great finish will secure the win for Easykiller. And they are back to a 2-point lead. So important in that really long right corner where Banana passed Kronos, that you take a very inside line. You can lose a lot of time if you don't take that turn correctly, and that's pretty much what happened to Kronos. He had good speed in that turn, but he did not have a good line, and that's why Banana could catch him so quickly. So we are deep into the next round as we're down to 6th place, and Onyo with a lot of speed over the stretch. Up to 1st place, Banana and Speedy Need just behind them. Easykiller wants to go up to 4-1 here, putting on more pressure on Against All Authority. And where is Kronos? Kronos actually not performing that well in this round. And he once again goes way too wide here. So we'll pass Speedy Need though, who drops down a lot in speed, but then Kronos down in the next turn, and at the same time Banana and Onyo keeping their positions at the top. Banana 104.14, Onyo 0.20. Speedy Need will take 4th place in front of Aswer and Kronos, who finishes at last place. And Easykiller continue to control this 3v3, now in the lead with 4-1. 3 points away from forcing the decider 5v5. Will we see it in the grand final? Last time it happened, it was Team Acer versus Team Dignitas. I believe it was CPS 13? Question mark. I think that may have been correct, but someone might be able to correct me in the chat. As I was talking about that, Speedy Need and Banana with really bad start. Only Onyo remains, but he will not get that much speed over the stretch in this round. So this looking to be a red point Against All Authority, looking to make it a bit closer, to set the score at 4-2. And better turn now for Kronos. No blue players in sight. Onyo actually allowing Speedy Need to pass him as well. So this is going to be a very easy win for Against All Authority. 104.11 by Kronos, 0.22 by Silver, and 0.47 by Aswer. Putting the score at 4-2. But to be fair, Easykiller maybe so far I've been setting faster times. Taking a look at the team scores, Kronos in the lead still, 28 points with 0.83 as his fastest time, the only player under 104. But then Onyo is at second, 23 points with 104.001. Banana 22 points, 0.07 as his fastest time. And then Speed Need also with 22 points, 104 as his fastest time. And then we see Silver and Aswer with times of 0.19 and 0.29 as their fastest time. So that could be a kind of a telling sight. And maybe will also tell us who will win this sub-match. But right now, Against All Authority is actually on their way to win a second round, especially now with Speed Need crashing into the wall, and before that Banane and Onyo also falling behind, and it looks like Against All Authority will get another ace round, securing first, second and third. Should be pretty good times as well. Silver with a really good end. 104.30, 0.41 and 0.48. Not the fastest times, but it's enough to defeat the Easykiller players who all have bad rounds. And now, all of a sudden, it's looking much more competitive. Easykiller was in the lead with 4-1, but Against All Authority with 2 quick rounds and only 1 point away now from tying up the score. Still haven't given up the idea of securing the title by winning this sub-match. Can they still pull it off? No landing bugs. All 6 players will get a good start. Chronos actually not in the lead. He's at 4th place. Oh, a Silver then goes down at the entry of the stretch. At the same time though, we have Aswer in the lead and Chronos trying to make his way up to 2nd place. Right now only Onyo in front of him. And now, not anymore. Oh! Crashing there from Chronos. And that's gonna change everything. Onyo also catching up to Aswer. So are Banane and Speedy Need. And Easykiller should be able to win this round. And with that, back to a 2-point lead. Looking like they can't defeat Aswer though, who will stay in front of Onyo. 104.17, but Onyo, Banane and Speedy Need now with some modest times after 2 bad rounds in a row from all 3 of them. And once again, back to a 2-point lead at 5-3. Can they win one more? They will go up to map point. Here we go. 9th round. Speed Need and Onyo looking determined. As they will go up to 1st and 2nd in the start. Banana is not too far behind either. Silver, the one at last place. So let's switch to him for a good overview as we have the entry of the stretch. Very important that you keep your gear and you have a lot of speed. Silver will actually do a good job of that. He will gain 2 positions, but one of them is his teammate Aswer, who is now at last place. Onyo has also passed Chronos up in the lead here. Speedy Need at 2nd as we see Banana with a huge bump, which will put him at last place, but it could still be a blue round though. Speed Need at 3rd. Onyo goes too close to the wall, and now this should be maybe a red round instead. Speed Need though will pass Silver. Can he catch up to Chronos in the end? Doesn't look like it. Will stay in front of Silver, but will be a red round there. Did look like Easykiller would take it. Onyo was in the lead, but took a bit of a risk driving over the border and did not pay off. So with that, Against All Authority keeping it a 1-point difference. It's a lot of pressure in there right now. Even though Easykiller may have looked a bit stronger overall, they still need to win these rounds. Oh! And of course also avoid getting the landing bugs. Banane down in the start. Oh, okay. Chronos. Small bump there before the stretch. And Speed Need and Onyo actually 1st and 2nd. But they need to keep these positions. They need to, but they won't. Onyo once again dropping down. And that's gonna only leave Speedy Need at the top. Against All Authority looking to tie up the score at 5-5. Landing bug from Banana and then Onyo with a sudden slowdown. Speedy Need looking good here. No, not anymore. Bad hit from the border and then from Speed the Need, but it would not have mattered though, even if he took first place against all authority with the comeback. Being behind with 4-1, and now the score is 5-5. Only 2 points away here from winning ESL CPS 16. Whoever wins this next round will go up to map point or match point. Here we go. And who's gonna get the landing bug? Banane down to last place to get it with silver. Here we go. No! Asper now for against all authority. We'll go down to 6th place. Speedy Need keeping first once again. And then Banana and Onya will catch up to Silver and Kronos, who are right now at 2nd and 3rd, which will not be enough. They need to catch up to Speedy Need because Asper is at last place. And Speedy Need has been able to build up quite the lead. He's 1200s in front. Can Easykiller go up to map point? Oh! Silver hits the wall! And that's gonna be it for sure. Easykiller will go up to map point at 6-5 unless all of them will get that bump off the border here in the end. Let's see. No, all of them will avoid it instead. Smart driving coming out of Speed Need, Onyo and Banane, who are back to setting low 104 times. And they are back in the lead as well at 6-5. Which do mean map point for Easykiller, but it also means against all authority are only 1 point away from forcing tennis mode. So we could see tennis mode for the 2nd sub-match in a row. I feel like against all authority can still win this one. Still is possible, but here we go. Map point number 1 for Easykiller as Asper will drop down and Silver also losing a bit of ground. Perfect start for Easykiller. Will we see the decider 5v5? That might be the reality we are facing right now with Silver not gaining anything. Speed Need, Banane and Onyo surrounding Kronos. Speed Need have been playing really good these last 3 rounds. Playing a major role in Easykiller potentially winning this sub-match. Kronos back in the lead now, but the 3 Easykiller players looking rock solid in this round. And Asper Silver nowhere to be seen as Speedy Need ends up crashing on. But I think it will still be a blue round. Yes, oh, wait a minute. No! It's gonna be a red round! What happened? What happened to Speedy Need? I am flabbergasted. I have no clue what happened. Easykiller had that in the bag. But instead, we have reached tennis mode. Holy macaroni, here we go. Against all authority. Somehow able to win that round. And now they could also go up to championship point if they win this next round. Easykiller not able to handle the pressure. I was praising Speedy Need before that, and then he made a huge crash and went down to last place. But he is back in it though, trying to keep up the focus. Easykiller can still make this happen. Speedy Need and Onyo 1st and 2nd, but at the same time, all 3 Easykiller players still doing well in this round, and Kronos still looking good here at the top. No idea who's gonna win this round. Banana nowhere to be seen. The ending will decide it for sure. Speedy Need and Onyo, can they secure top positions here? Yes, it looks like they will. 1st and 2nd, 103.90 by Speedy Need, 0.97 by Onyo. And also Kronos and Asper with really good times in that round. But Easykiller back to map point at 7-6, and my voice is officially dying. Alright, map point number 2 for Easykiller. Can they make it happen this time? That was an insane round. So many good times. But it still wasn't enough for Against All Authority to win it. They are definitely, though, doing well as we see Silver passing Banana over the stretch. Both two players quite far behind at the top. Asper in the lead in front of Onyo and Speedy Need. Kronos has gone down. And we'll take over that last place. This is actually looking pretty good for Easykiller once again, but I won't take anything. Oh! I won't take anything for granted with Onyo crashing, and then Asper lands on his back. What's going on? Silver! Oh, what a good turn, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. As Banana gets the slowdown as well. And Easykiller will take it. Asper on his back. Asper on his back. And Easykiller will take it. We are going to Decider 5v5. 8-6 I believe it was, even though it says 7-6 for some reason. But I will add it as 8-6 tennis mode for the second round in a row. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. Could not really ask for a better grand final, to be honest. This is very, very intense. And as I mentioned, we are going back to the first map. Suppose we can take another look at it. It's Shiva, made by Surd and Loco Buddha. The world record by Massa, 57.741. Played the 2v2 together with Asper, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. They did not do so well though. But Kronos did very good in the 1v1, easily defeated John. So once again will be a very important player for Against All Authority to win this tournament. Whoever wins this map will take it. We have the lineups already. Barbus, Speed Need, John, Triple X and Pussy will be driving for Easykiller, and for Against All Authority we got oh my god, these names. Zoom, Masa, Corey, Asper, and Kronos. It's really messing up my brain having to remember who these players are, to be honest. Which I guess maybe was the idea behind the names. Alright, not sure how many warm-ups we'll have. Paxmauer actually says Pack will come shortly, please wait for him a few minutes. So Pack looking to be playing for Easykiller, which I think makes a lot of sense because I do seem to recall that he was in the Daddy. Yes, it's at top 27, 57.97. So it looks like he will be driving for Easykiller together with Speed Need, John, Barbus and Triple X. Triple X and Speed Need played the 2v2. Did quite well. John though did not really get to play that well in the 1v1. Had some trouble getting times under 59 seconds. So we'll see how if he can play a bit better here in this Decider 5v5. And then Barbus is also playing, which take a look here if he's in the Daddy even. Yes, he is actually top 6 by Barbus. Did he play the 2v2? I can't actually remember. Maybe he did. But yeah, that is a great addition for Easykiller, if so. Barbus at top 6. And then for Against All Authority, let's see. Of course, besides Massa and Kronos, top 1 and top 2, we have Asper at top 20.93, but that is the only other player. So, yeah, well, I don't know, we'll see. Of course, it's not always the case that the teams will also prepare for a Decider 5v5, but it is actually kind of important that you do have 5 well-prepared players on the what could be a very decisive map, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how these players will perform. We are still waiting for Pack, who is seemingly the 5th player for Easykiller. There's no indication as to when he will show up. but shouldn't expect it to be too long of a wait. This match has been going on for quite some time now, so we could actually see it cross the 2-hour mark if this sub-match is also pretty long. Still no pack in sight, so we are continuing these warm-up rounds. Can I learn anything from these playoff rounds? Let's take a look here at the best runs. Only Massa and Kronos with the fastest times. Triple X with a low 58-second time. Speed Need also with some good times. Zoom 58.45 so far in the warm-ups. Corey 0.74 in the warm-ups. So yeah, I don't know how prepared these other Against All Authority players are, to be honest, on this map. It's definitely clear to me that Massa and Kronos need to do well if they want to take this win. Okay, Pack actually writes in my chat he'll be there in 2 minutes, so we'll have two more warm-ups, I guess, and then we'll start. Actually, we probably will have a couple of warm-ups for Pack as well before starting. As I drink some water, my voice and my throat rather will hurt after this, I'm sure. But it's all worth it though. Banana says he needs to leave. Won't be able to follow the conclusion of this grand final. What a grand final it's been so far. Also, as we are still waiting, thank you all for watching this match. Hope it's entertaining. And yeah, I'm always trying to improve my casting and everything, so if you have any feedback about that afterwards, that is appreciated. This is, of course, the last match of this tournament. And we'll see what will be coming up in the future. Gamers Assembly, of course, is the offline event that will be taking place in March 24th. No wait, that's the release of Turbo. 26th, I think, Gamers Assembly will take place. I will be casting that, but otherwise I don't have anything other in plan. So we'll see. There is a individual cup coming up next Sunday, I believe. Tona Cup, second season, so I may potentially be casting that, but no promises though. As Zoom is trying some stunts. Also trying out his horn. Still waiting for Pack, the 5th player for Easykiller. Said he was going to show up in just a few moments, as we see a very, very, very good time from Kronos in that warm-up. 57.78, 400s from the world record, and I believe 200s from his own personal best, so doesn't really get much better than that. So we are continuing the warm-up rounds. No new information about Pack. But yeah, it's pretty important though that he will be playing for Easykiller, I think. considering he got a pretty fast time and of course took second place at ESWC, so obviously is a very capable player that could contribute in a great way in this grand final. Actually kind of surprised that he hasn't played yet in the final. And of course, if Against All Authority had won that last sub-match, we wouldn't have seen him at all. I do believe he's played pretty much every single match before this. He played in the semi-final last week against M&M Gaming. Paxmauer says it's just a matter of a few minutes, so still waiting for Pack. As he says in my chat, he is joining the server, so it looks like he will be showing up here very, very soon. And then I think we will have maybe 2 warm-ups for him. Wouldn't be surprised if Easykiller would ask for that. If you don't want a cold player driving in this very, very important sub-match. So that's what I would assume will be the case. See here in the fastest times at the top. It's the usual players with the fastest times. Barbos 58.11. Looks like Speed Need, Triple X and Barbos have pretty good times in these warm-ups. And here is Pack, or Peck as he's called for some reason. I don't know what it is about these alternative nicknames, I'm not a fan. As a caster especially, it makes it kind of mess with my brain, since I have to essentially remember 2 names for 1 player. But yeah, Pack is here, so we'll have maybe 2 warm-ups, unless he's been warming up already. And then we'll finally see the conclusion of this ESL CPS 16 Grand Final between Easykiller and Against All Authority. It's all tied up. Both teams have won 2 sub-matches each. And whoever wins this final one will be the champions. So yeah, we do have 2 warm-ups. And he will crash in the first one, so see if we can get a good one in the last one before we... The other 9 players should be more than warmed up by now, since we've had quite a lot of warm-ups. Much more than usual as we were waiting on Pack. And we see Kronos and Massa dominating even the warm-up rounds. Just trying to keep that feeling intact. It's actually pretty important that you, I would say at least, take the warm-ups pretty seriously and try to set fast times as you would in the actual matches. Just to try to get that muscle memory to stay, and yeah, I think it's quite important. So we are starting the final warm-up now. Pack will crash again, so not the best warm-ups from Pack, but sometimes that means that you'll play much better once we go live. See if that will be the case for Pack. Also, since this match is pretty long, longer than usual, the VOD will be up a bit later than usual probably. It takes a while for it to process. It will be available though immediately on Twitch, but not on YouTube. Okay, that's gonna be it. Good luck and have fun to the 2 teams. Who will take home ESL CPS 16? Will it be Easykiller or will it be Against All Authority? Here's the lineups for the last sub-match. Triple X, Speed Need, Barbos, John and Pack will be driving for Easykiller. And for Against All Authority we got Kronos, Massa, Zoom, Aswer and Corey. I got it right. So here we go, playing to 7, and of course with tennis mode. We've had tennis mode in 2 sub-matches in a row. Might see it for the 3rd time as well. Oh, no drift for Kronos! It's looking so good in the warm-ups, but then when we go live, the first thing that happens is that he gets a no drift, so he's gonna be dead last with that. 8100s behind the Massa. No, Massa also falls behind. And this is not a sight you often see. Kronos and Massa far behind the other players. And of course that should bode well for Easykiller. We see Pack and John, also Speed and Need in the top. Zoom right now in the lead. Aswer and Corey kind of doing well, as Barbos then loses a lot of positions, and also Aswer, or no, Zoom it was. Zoom will go down to 10th place actually with that. John takes over, Speed and Need at 2nd. Here comes Pack with a lot of momentum. And Pack will actually be the one that takes 1st place with a time of 58.25. Corey takes 2nd, 0.28. Then Speed and Need, John, Triple X, and Barbos taking 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 7th. Massa and Kronos 8th and 9th place in that round. Easykiller wins the 1st point. And yeah, Pack, as I said, 2 bad warm-ups, but that doesn't mean that you will do the same once we go live. Wins that 1st round, as we see John with an awkward turn. Also Pack actually dropping down. Will lose more speed here after a bad downhill. And then he is standing still for some reason. That does not... Okay, he's teleporting. So he's still on the server at least. At the top, it's back to normal with Massa and Kronos. At the top, Barbos trying to make a difference for Easykiller, but Aswer, or Assume, is also doing well so far. So this is looking good for the red team. Speed and Need pops up, but unless we see something drastic in the end, it should be around 4 against all authority. Speed and Need catching up rapidly to Kronos, but he won't pass him. Massa 57.99. Kronos taking 2nd, Corey 4th. Aswer at 7th, and Zoom at 9th place in front of John. And with that, it's 1 point apiece for the teams. Corey and Speedy Need with the most amount of points so far, with 16. As we had a player down in the start, it's Barbos for Easykiller. Following Triple X, goes slightly too wide. It's in the middle of the pack. Massa and Kronos 1st and 2nd. Pack then again losing his grip in that small downhill. And will go down to 9th place. Such a kind of a remarkable gap here between Massa and Kronos. John though will make that gap smaller. Goes up to 3rd place. Triple X at 4th. But Aswer is doing well here at 5th place. In front of Pack, Speed and Need, and Barbos. Can he keep that position? It should be around 4 against all authority. And he will. Good times from Kronos and Massa. 07 and 11. And indeed, it will be a red point. 25-30 in the round score. Aswer with that 5th place. Turned out to be very important. So 2 rounds in a row for Against All Authority, in the lead now with 1-2. And yeah, as long as Massa and Kronos take those 1st or 2nd places, then it's gonna be pretty challenging for Easykiller to actually win this. We do see Corey down in the start, but 3 red players having built up a lead here. Oh, as we see Massa with a small bump, will allow John to pass, no, not pass him, but catch up to him at least. But Kronos still 1st, and then Aswer performs well here at 2nd place. Goes a bit too wide though, Pack and John will pass him. Oh, as Massa then goes down. Massa is down, leaving only Kronos at the top. Looking good for Easykiller to win this one. Here's Triple X, he's not doing so well, but Pack and Barbos are, and so is John. As Asper is then catching up to Barbos, trying to catch up to him and pass him, and he will! But Pack will go up to first place, defeating Kronos with 300ths of a second. Go, 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 he says in the chat. Pack making a difference here for Easykiller. Again, I was a bit surprised he didn't play yet, but here he is. 28 points in the team scores. Pack doing really well for Easykiller, who ties up the score. Kronos though still remains at first place with 30, and Massa at 25 at third place. Last place is Aswer, right? Yeah, no, Zoom at last place. I don't know, it's very hard to keep track of these names. Here is John, down to 10th place. Also Zoom not doing so well. Triple X falls behind as well. Let's go to the top. Here is Pack. He is actually challenging Kronos and Massa for first and second place, and that is of course very, very important for Easykiller. Here's Kronos. Oh, not the best landing there. Barbos still in front of him. Corey also doing well. Can Massa secure this first place? Looks like he will. In front of Pack and Barbos. And then Kronos, Corey and Aswer will take 4th, 5th and 6th to make this a red point. Against All Authority, continue to have the grip of this decider 5v5 as we start the 6th round. Still though, feeling very even. I don't want to call this just yet. Especially if Pack drives well for Easykiller. I do feel like they have the chance to win it. But not doing so well though in this next round. Neither is John, and then Banana, no, Barbos with a massive no drift, which we saw Kronos actually getting twice in the 1v1. And that's gonna make it look much better for Against All Authority. Kronos in the lead. And then Zoom and Massa following. Corey also on a pretty good pace, but Pack will pass him though. However, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Still looking good here for Against All Authority as we close in on the finish. Massa and Corey, or Massa and Kronos, first and second. I've said that countless times in this playoff. 58.05 and 0.06. And they will take the round as a consequence. Triple X and Speed and Need doing well. Decent times from Pack and John, and then Barbos had that no drift. Pretty close though, lots of players with 58-second times. But now we see Against All Authority with the 2-point lead. I keep repeating it, but as long as Massa and Kronos performs well, it does feel like they have the upper hand in this match. Pack now with a much better start. Needs to do well for Easykiller. Always goes a bit too wide here, I don't know why. Doing too shabby though. He's at 5th or so place and will go up to 1st now even. Wow, what a turn from Pack. And then at the same time, Barbos and John also doing well. And in addition, Speed You Need and Triple X also in front of a couple of red players. Corey then dropping down. Still looking pretty good here for the blue team. Massa gaining on Barbos and also passing him. But Pack is keeping 3rd place. Speed You Need at 4th as we go through the last couple of corners. Easykiller should have this one, and then Pack hits the wall before the finish, and it's gonna go to Against All Authority instead. Crucial mistake there from Pack, going down to 10th place as a result. And Against All Authority now in the lead with 2-5. That was very unfortunate for Pack and for Easykiller, who are now behind with 2-5. Oh, as John then has a big crash, and also Pack. 2 blue players down. Will this be the final nail in the coffin? As we see Kronos and Massa extending their lead. 55 and 54 points in the team scores. Pack at 3rd with 42. He would have been closer though had he not crashed in that previous round. Corey, Zoom and Asper also doing pretty well here for Against All Authority, but huge gap though up to Massa and Kronos. Should be times under 58 seconds unless they mess up the ending. Triple X. Will he take third place? No, he won't. Zoom will zoom by and take third place. And with that, Against All Authority are up to championship point at 2-6. 0.93 by Kronos and 0.99 by Massa, 2 times under 58 seconds. And in fact, they are the only 2 players with times under 58 seconds in this match. So here we go. First championship point for Against All Authority. Can they close it out already? I do feel like Easykiller could win maybe a couple of more rounds, and maybe there's a small chance they can still make the comeback, but they cannot afford this though. John once again down in the start. And he's also at last place in the team scores. No, he's not actually. He's doing pretty well, 37 points. But cannot afford that though. Far behind here, and at the top, it's Massa, it's Kronos, and it's also Aswer with Zoom there as well. Actually made a mistake, and also Kronos. Kronos is down. Can Easykiller win this one? I don't know. Let's go to Barbos, who is at third place. Aswer and Massa in front of him, but Barbos with a great last turn. And then Aswer will hit the wall, so this should be a blue round. Yes, it will. We see also Aswer on his back. So Easykiller surviving this round at least, putting the score at 3-6, but they still need to win 3 rounds in a row to force tennis mode. But again, the trend kind of continues. If either Massa or Kronos ends up crashing in the round, Easykiller will win it. But if they don't, they will take first or second, and the round will go to Against All Authority. So basically, they need to crash 3 rounds in a row here for Easykiller to take it. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Here's Kronos. Ooh, okay. Almost went a bit too wide. Does not actually get that good of a start. Maybe a sign of a bit of nerves coming from Kronos here. Of course knows he needs to only win 1 more round. Barbos with a critical crash. And that could be it now for Against All Authority. Massa and Kronos up in the lead. Pack at third place. But right now, Against All Authority is winning this grand final. Here's a look at the bottom. Triple X. Corey drops down. Will that make a difference? I am not sure. Let's go to speed indeed. As also Asper will end up crashing. Who's gonna win this round? Massa and Kronos first and second. The GGs are called, and it looks like this will be it. Against All Authority will take it, winning the decided 5v5 with a score of 3-7 in this marathon grand final, which will end with a score of 3-4 in their favor. In the end, they were the better team here on the last map. Kronos and let's see here if I can see the scores. Dang it, I can't. But they collected a lot of points. First and second, for sure. The only players under 58 seconds as well. I don't know what happened with the team scores here. Yep, they're gone now, so we won't see them. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So I guess I'll summarize this grand final. Of course, congratulations to Against All Authority. Dominated this tournament from start to finish. Took first in the group stage and then won the semifinal against Planet Key Dynamics, and then won this grand final against Easykiller. So it all started with the 1v1. Kronos, of course, played it and defeated John with a 2-7 score. Easykiller then came back and won the 2v2 with a 5-1 score. And then Against All Authority won a very close 5v5, which was played before the 3v3. The score was 6-8. And we then moved over to the 5v5, which also ended with a with the same numbers, but this time in favor of Easykiller, 8-6, which forced the decider 5v5. It looked pretty close in the start, but Against All Authority, led by Kronos and Massa, secured the win and are the champions of ESL CPS 16. Here's the playoff tree for the last time. So first place going to Against All Authority. Congratulations once again. Easykiller also with a great effort took second place, reached their first ever grand final, and defeated, of course, M&M Gaming in the semifinal. And for the record, M&M Gaming and Planet Key Dynamics chose to not play the match for third place, so they decided to share that position. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I hope you enjoyed my coverage of this tournament. I always try to get better, so I do appreciate feedback if you have any. And yeah, I don't know what's coming up next, but you can always look below my stream for my schedule. I will be updating it there, and also of course on my social media pages. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So thank you all for watching, and see you next time.